Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our drawing on Woodville. We stand here today in protest. We're asking for our civil and religious liberty, which has been denied us. Of course, we heard it yesterday, Mr. Obama said we're at the back of the queue. That's nothing new to us, because we've been back in the queue, because when they had a peace process, it didn't do anything for us. People abused the peace process. It was abuse of democracy. We here today stand witness the rape of democracy by gerrymandering. Mr. Obama, we're always at the back of the queue. But I'll tell you one thing, our forefathers were in the back of the queue when they were called to form the United States of America. Our kith and kin helped form it, not the green Irish, the orange Irish. And all you get nowadays is the peace process, the peace. It's not gone over. We know it's not over. The simple reason is, last week in our drawing proved it wasn't over. Brethren, we as Orange men stand here demanding our civil and religious liberty. I wonder where the Green Book is when. You know what the Green Book is? It was the rules that the IRA and Sinn Féin would abide by. They would not allow any foreign government to interfere. They're quite happy to let the EU interfere. Where's the Green Book, Brian? Where's their freedom? It's not there. Brian, I'll ask you to give a welcome to Father Ramadan.
Thank you, George. Brother, I'd just like to reiterate the warm welcome that George has given to everyone here today at this, our weekly protest against the Parades Commission's determination to ban the Ligonene lodges and bands from completing their 12th of July parade now a few years ago. The stretch of the road behind me is a road that's a shared road, 7 days a week, an arterial route used by all communities. But when you or I put on an orange collaret, it becomes a no-go area for the Orange family and democracy is denied, which is an incredulous situation and one that simply wouldn't be tolerated in any other democracy in the world. But then again, no other country in the world is in the business of appeasing terrorists. The sad reality is that Republicans dictate when it's shared and when it's not. Terrorists can fire automatic weapons at the police, they can plant and throw bombs to murder them, they can attack Camp Twadell, they can publicly threaten violence if the parade is allowed. They carry out all these activities with no sanction by the gutless wonders of the Parades Commission, and that's only Republican violence around this parade. And then the flip side of the coin, as far as our community is concerned, if you're armed with that most dangerous of weapons, that is a flute, if you peacefully protest, if you show willingness and openness to find a resolution, you're punished, your civil rights are ignored, and your culture policed and restricted by the Commission. Who are these commissioners that exercise such a biased view, who are clearly deluded into thinking that they are somehow contributing to the solution? Let us spell it out clearly to Anne Henderson and her cronies in the Commission. You are part of the problem. You have nothing to contribute to give us an answer. So do us all a favour and resign now. As we approach another 12th of July, we would ask all those with influence, especially our politicians, to help us see the current legislation scrapped and replaced with fair and equitable regulations. On the 1000th day of our protests, we asked all Unionist parties to share with us before the coming election what they would do to support what they previously committed to work to see the end of the present unjust system, and we still await their answer. There's an election in under 2 weeks' time. Friends, even though you may feel disenfranchised, I do still encourage you to indeed vote. Your vote is between you and your ballot box. But remember, our forefathers died, or who fought and died in conflicts for our freedom, died that we might have the vote. So I do encourage you to use it. This week we witnessed the continued presence of Republican murder gangs, and our thoughts are with those who do mourn at this time. We had the ongoing episode of the Unite Trade Union laying a wreath at the Republican memorial plot in Newry, a trade union that I'm a member of and is supposed to be non-political. Week on week we see the demise of all that's morally decent in this country, but at least Her Majesty continues to shine through the gloom, and we send her our congratulations on her 90th birthday recently celebrated. So let me conclude by thanking you all for your support. The campaign will continue. Our aim is simple. It will cost 6 minutes of toleration. It will show who really is committed to a shared future, and it will isolate those still engaged in sectarian, bigoted violence. Our aim is simple. Let them vote. Thank you, Baron.
The message is, let them hope. Colours lead, please. The National Anthem.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save our Queen, send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Queen, God bless her.